Welcome to this very special episode of Saints. Very special episode of Saints Unscripted. We have Elaine here, and you're going to tell us your conversion story.
Yes.
I've heard a little bit so far. It sounds pretty wild. So
it's a
this
roller
will be a
coaster.
fun one.
I need
Buckle
like
up.
a bowl of popcorn or something. This is going to be good.
Well, first, where are you from?
I'm from Florida, northeastern Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything crazy happens in Florida.
Mhm.
The Florida Man hashtag, you guys ever follow that?
Hurricane parties.
Yeah.
Pretty.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's great. They're so much fun.
Wait, so you have a party outside during a hurricane?
Yeah, basically that's what I've done.
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
In the middle
actually.
of 40-mile-per-hour winds and yeah, it's insane.
Wow. Aren't there alligators that are just everywhere too?
Flying around.
I mean,
Hurricane.
we've had alligators stop traffic before, trying to cross the freeway.
Gotta
My
get me
goodness.
down to Florida.
Ah, boy, that
Ooh.
sounds. Anyway, hey, Evelyn, hey Evie, I remember, we dated, and you're from Florida, so when you're watching this episode, this is a shout out to you. So.
Do you really want that in there?
Yeah, why not? All right, so take it away.
All right.
How did this start?
Well, I'm graduate class 2016, Orangeburg High School. Go Raiders. My best friend Marin, she introduced me to church. It was actually the Sunday before graduation. We have this thing in the South called baccalaureate. I don't know if they do it in Texas.
We call it bachelorette here.
Anyways, it's called baccalaureate, and it's basically a non-denominational service we have. And she was my ride because I live pretty far out. And she was like, "Hey, yeah, you could come with me. Just go to church with me first." And I was like, "Sure. I mean, it's church, I guess." And so she picked me up. We went to church, and as soon as I walked in the door, I just knew that this is home. And
It was love at first sight.
yeah, basically, and
Wow.
I've heard stuff about the church before, not so great stuff, and I was against it because I was like, this is weird. Why would you do this? Magic underwear and stuff. And it was just, I've heard a lot of bad things, but then my friend Marin, she got her medallion for young women's that Sunday, and that's when I started personal progress and started lessons, start meeting with the missionaries, and 3 months later I was baptized.
Wow. So you're golden. You were a golden
Yeah,
investigator.
that's what they say.
So, okay. So, one, baccalaureate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not food. That's
No.
not a thing you get with cheese on it.
Not a
No.
TV show.
Not a TV show. Also, Houston is not a good representation of the South. It's basically LA now, you know?
Oh.
It's basically, they put palm trees everywhere because they're trying to make it like LA.
I have
It's
family
not
in
the
Houston.
South. I get even Cypress, Texas, where I'm from, not the South at all. It's just so...
Okay. Guess it stops at Mississippi then.
Yes. Although after
Mississippi.
Hurricane Katrina, all the Louisianans came and they moved to Cyprus and they stuck their LSU flags in their front lawn. And they're all they're boiling. They're what is it? The crawdads, the
Crawdads,
crish,
potatoes.
Yeah, crawfish,
Crawfish
all
boil.
that stuff. Yeah,
That's the good
has
stuff.
nothing to do with your conversion story, but
It's the South.
The world is ripening in iniquity.
So a couple questions. One,
Mm-hmm.
what made you when you said you knew this was it? What do you mean by that?
I just felt a sense of peace. For the longest time, since I was 16 or something, I knew that there was more to the gospel. And I grew up in a non-denominational Baptist sort of household. And their teachings, it didn't really stick with me. I always felt pressured to get baptized. And I was like, if you don't get baptized, you're going to hell. And I was like, I don't think so. And they did the Trinity, the whole Trinity thing, and I was like, that doesn't really make any sense because you can't be on the right hand of yourself. That doesn't work. And so I started reaching out to other churches. I went to a mega church, which I liked, but I always
I heard those
felt
are super fun.
They're fun.
Oh my gosh, you just
they're insane.
I just saw
Wait,
so many
so much-
memories.
Did you guys all get saved at once? Did they say close your eyes, say this prayer with me if you want to accept Jesus? Yeah.
That happens a lot at
See, that's the
youth
thing.
camps and And
Yep.
it was
Yeah.
insane.
What
and
the heck am I doing here?
basically rock concerts and
Well, it's
it
so
was, like,
funny
good
because
music.
oftentimes it takes us months to like, get someone baptized, the lessons. You give that guy a mic, a kiddie pool, in 45 minutes, and he'll have
Honestly,
all those people in his church membership
a
record.
line of baptisms
It's
just going.
boom, boom, boom. You say it once, boom, you're in. There's
Yeah.
no lessons you gotta take. You just show up and you get a shirt after. Yeah, they're on a whole nother level, these
I
people.
still have the shirt.
Wow.
I think I might sleep on the records of like the Southern Baptist Church. They
Yeah.
baptized me even though it was Methodist technically. I don't know. They just anyway.
Just in case. All right.
Yeah.
So the Trinity never resonated with you.
Nope.
The what else didn't resonate with you?
The fact that I've always wondered what happened to children, like babies and stuff, like stillborns, and after they like passed on, where would they go? And like, my pastor would always put out that question because he never had an answer for it, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll go find my own answer, and I did. The missionaries gave me the answer, and like I started learning more and more, like temples and prophets. Like it makes sense if those prophets back then were the prophets now. I mean, everyone can't be a prophet because people have their own opinions, and it just doesn't make any sense because some people could be wrong and humans aren't perfect. And so I was like, well, what do I do? First I started just reading the Bible, like going from there, and then I knew, like, you know that gap between like the last book of the Old Testament and the first book of the New
Yeah.
Testament? There's like a 400-year gap.
Just 400 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
a lot
fine.
could happen in 400 years. So, that's when I was like started looking at like other scriptures, and I found the Book of Mormon. My best friend Marin actually gave me one, and I started like reading it, and I was like, I love this. Like, this is great. I want more. And so, yeah.
I love this. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Great.
so how did the rest of your friends and your family react?
Well,
Oh.
my mom just found out in February that I was a member.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, insane.
And you were baptized when?
August 2016.
You held it that long?
Yeah, it was
That's what?
a struggle.
2.5 years.
Roughly 2.5 years. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait. So how did she not know?
I have no idea.
Did she not see like the Book of Mormon in your room?
No, because she never came into my room. Praise. But like, I would usually put it in my school bag and read it at school because senior year we had a lot of free time.
School bag?
Yeah.
Is that a Florida thing? School bag?
Backpack.
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 Well, purse?
My mom always said book bag. And then I would say that's very northeastern, yeah,
Say
60s.
backpack or school bag.
School
Big?
big.
School bag?
School big.
Okay,
Well,
anyway.
the thing that holds your stuff. Yes.
The things that holds your school things. Yeah.
She's from the east, and the eastern people say words a little bit differently than we say them here in Utah.
Way to go.
Like, so, and your friends, how did they react?
Well.
Wait. I want to go back to her mom. Like,
Oh, yeah,
So your mom,
okay.
you were
Oh,
in
right.
February.
Yeah.
So was it-
Wow.
Ooh, well, so I was going somewhere to school or something, and I had my Book of Mormon in my hand, but it was like behind my back because I knew how she felt about the church, and she saw me hiding something, so she followed me out to the car, and I put it under my backpack, and it varies, okay, and she was like, I locked my door, and then she came to my side, and she was like, let me see what's in your hand, and I was like, no, leave me alone! I was like scared at this
She's
point.
like thinking it's like drugs or
Yeah,
something terrible.
yeah, but like,
It's worse. It's the Book of Mormon.
and so like I felt the spirit telling me, just show her. I mean, you've waited this long. What's gonna happen? Like, you have a whole ward behind you, and you have like 3 different wards behind you, because like everyone loves you, and the Lord loves you. So just do it.
What are you waiting for? Do it!
And so I was like, fine. So I showed her, and she was like, roll down your window, and I was like,
Just a crack.
just a crack. And she's like, so you're a demon worshiper now. I was like,
Oh, boy.
no.
That escalated quickly.
And she's like, well, why don't you go live with the Mormons then? And I was like,
Oh, my heck.
okay. So she was like, when you get home, we're going to have a talk. And so, like, I have, like, 2 different jobs in Florida. And so I went to them the whole day. I was just, like, anxiety level, like, through the roof. And I called my bishop, and I was like, hey, I'm scared. And he was like, okay, let's pray. I love my bishop, by the way. He's like the best person ever. And he prayed with me, and he was like, I just want you to know that everything's going to be fine. I called my Relief Society president. She was like, okay, let's make a plan. So we made a plan. Came home, and it was just like pitch black in my house. So I was like, okay, people are probably asleep, but the kitchen light is on. And so I see my mom, and I see my stepdad, and they're at the kitchen table, and they're like, hello, Elaine.
Hello.
Hi.
Have a seat.
And I was like, hi. And they're like, well, you're home now, so good night. And I was like, good night. And so I went in my room, and I was like, this is weird. It's like 3 days, for 3 days, barely talked to me. And then,
All this from just seeing a Book of Mormon.
yeah.
Boy.
And so at this point, I was like, I'm just going to go to church. So I just started going to church on Sundays. And like, this is after like 6 months of being inactive, because I was like scared to go to church. I started going to church, and then like showing up regularly and going to class and stuff. And I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, my mom, she was like, I came home from church, which my church was at 9. That's early.
Yeah.
And I came home like at 12:30, and my mom was like, so what do you believe? And I was like, well, we believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ, and we also believe in the Bible, like baptism and the Holy Ghost and blessings and stuff. And she was like, well, prove it to me. And I was like, okay. So I tried to use Bible references, holy Bible references, not Book of Mormon references, to like, see, we're not weird, we're just normal. And then my stepdad was like, okay, so tell me more about your church. And I was like, this is really weird, but okay, I'll do it. So I started telling them like what we believe and like prophets and stuff, and they're like, okay, well, have fun. And I was like, okay, thanks. So I went to my room, and I was like, that's so weird. This is so weird. But yeah, it went from like almost borderline kicking me out to like that point. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Holy crud. This is intense.
You
It's like
cut
a
the
movie.
tension like a knife.
I know. So your
Like
friends,
that
your
with-
non-member
Yes.
friends, did they react well? Or?
They were just like, okay, whatever. I mean,
Okay.
you're still Elaine. I mean,
Yeah. Cool.
You believe in an extra book now.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, nothing's really different about you. I mean, we've noticed a change. Like, you become happier, but like, nothing's really different. And I was like, okay, cool.
All
So-
right.
So, how did you come across our show?
Well, earlier, so like end of 2016, I still had like questions about like the gospel and stuff. So for like Google or like YouTube, like Mormons, and like so I saw like a video on like temples that you did in like 2016, and I was like, click, and so I clicked it, and I like binge watched the whole channel, and I was like
Wow.
up to like 3 a.m. watching videos, and like rewatching videos, and I was like, I love
The
this.
spirit goes to bed at midnight, but not if you're watching our show, folks.
So I like kept on watching videos and like clicked the notification bell, because that's what I did.
Hey.
And,
Mimi, it worked.
and then I started like getting like new uploads, and I was like binge watching until like 3 a.m. Like, yes. And so, yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, and so, all right, we'll end with this. Tell us your favorite doctrine in the gospel.
Families, honestly, because even though mine's like the way it is right now, I know that in the afterlife we could still be together, and I have like people that are here for me, and it's just really great to know that there's people that care, and yeah, it's just so good.
Oh, well, what a great episode. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your conversion
Thanks for
story. We
having me.
appreciate it. Comment below. Give us your thoughts. But if they're mean and you insult our guests, we will find you and we will beat you with a baseball bat.
Turn on your locations. I just want to talk.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
She's from Florida. She has gators. And
Click the notification bell.
it really works, obviously. And we love you. Have a great night or day.